Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's Burdell Warrior with the Think and Grow Rich community, and today I'm going to talk to you about Chapter 5, Specialized Knowledge. Okay, so when we think about specialized knowledge, or this particular chapter, there's two kinds of knowledge. We have general knowledge, and no matter how much general knowledge we have or we accumulate, it most of the time because we don't have a specialized of how to take that information and make it so that we can benefit in the long run. So when we think about general knowledge, it's not something that that we can do in order to accumulate riches. Okay, according to Napoleon Hill, it talks about most professional in that teaches in the university. They are not successful. I mean, not successful, but they might not have accumulated a lot of money, because they are normally, our institution talks about mainly general knowledge, okay? Just get the inquired knowledge, inquired knowledge. But when we think about specialized knowledge or specialized teaching, we can talk about, we form an organization of how to take our knowledge, and then move it to the next level, move our business or our career to the next level. So then we need to have an organized plan. I know a lot of people goes to school for nurses, teacher. They have a specific plan of action that they're following, and that's why they succeed. Okay, instead of just having just general knowledge. So when we think about it, most people don't realize that knowledge in itself will not attract money unless, like I state, we have it organized, we have a plan of action, okay? And then also Mr. Hills talked about a lack of understanding of these facts had been the source of confusion to millions of people who fail to believe that knowledge is power. Knowledge is only potential power because it becomes power, only when we organize it, when we have a defined plan, okay? And like I said before, with the educational system, it fails to teach you how to, once you get the general knowledge, how to take the general knowledge and put it together, and so we can specialize it in order to have a plan of action, okay? So that's where we need to go, a plan of action. And then when we think about um, an educated man. Okay, Mr. Hill talks about Ford. Mr. Ford was not an educated, and he did not understand. He said most people don't understand the meaning of the word educate. Or educe. It mean to draw out, to develop from within. Okay, and an educated man is not necessarily one who has an abundance of general knowledge or specialized knowledge. An educated man is one who has so developed his faculties of his mind that he may acquire anything he wants, okay, without volunteering, violating the rights of others. Okay, so that's what makes an educated person. And then when we think about technology, has increased. We can just go to our computers or a smartphone and put in information that we want. So that's why you can say, a person, you can be educated, but you don't have to have that. You can just put in that information. Sometimes somebody say, well, how do I get to New York? I don't need to have all that information in my mind. I can go on my smartphone or on my computer and just put in the information, right? And then you get the answer. Sometimes I'm searching for an article, I can just go on the internet and do the research. I don't have to have that information clogged up my my brain, so to speak. So also keep in mind that that any man is educated who knows, okay, where to get knowledge when he needs it, okay, or how to organize the knowledge into a plan of action. Okay, and then sometimes men goes through life suffering for inferiority complex. Maybe they're saying, you know what, I am not educated, I did not go to college, and all this stuff. But then, according to Mr. Hill, he talked about a man who can organize or direct a mastermind group. Sometime being a network marketer, we have like mentors or different people within different groups that I might have someone that knows blogging. I go to that person. I might know someone that know how to write an article. I go to that person. So we need to find the people to get the knowledge, so we can take that knowledge. And so then you could say they are your mastermind. Okay, these are people that you have within your circle that you can reach out to. Okay, but also remember this, that if you suffer from stating that someone is better than you, smarter than you, not necessarily meaning that that's the case, but we just have to be able to get the knowledge for what you want. Like I said, if you're writing a blog, get the right information to write the blog and get the information out there. It doesn't mean that you have to be educated or you have to go to a school or anything. It's just you need to know where to get the information. So um, when we talk about Mr. Edison, okay, he only had 3 months of schooling during his entire life. He did not lack education, neither was he a poor man, okay. And then we think about Henry Ford, he had less than a sixth grade education or schooling, okay, yet he managed. He was a very financial a man, okay. So when we think about, so he had a specialized knowledge, that he used in order to acquire what he has. Okay, so keep that in mind. So let me go back here. So when we talk about now, first of all, now when we think about, generalized knowledge, specialized knowledge, first of all, decide what type of specialized knowledge you want to acquire, okay? Like I said, you need to have, if you go back to my chapter 3, when I talked about auto suggestion. Actually, it was chapter 4, auto suggestion. Okay, I gave you steps of, I believe it was 3 steps that you need to do in order to help you to accumulate riches or accumulate whatever desires that you would like. Okay, so first of all, remember, like I said, you need to have a defined plan. What is it? Make it clear. What is it that you want to do? Have a date, a deadline, a date on it, a deadline on that, when you would like to accumulate that. Whether if it's money, then you need to have the amount you want to have, the deadline that you would like to accumulate. And here it is, another thing, ladies and gentlemen, you have to realize, what are you willing to give for that, for acquiring, whether or not it's to finish school or as an entrepreneur, maybe you want to get to the next level within your primary business. What steps do you need to do in order to get there? And what are you willing to give up? Meaning that you might have to make more telephone calls, you might have to chat with people, you might have to go out to these different community events, things like that. Okay, you need to know, need to not. I know some people say, well, I could write it down on my computer. I'm telling you, it's best thing is to take your pen and paper at hand and write it down. I don't know, there's magic in writing stuff down. I don't know. For me, it works. Just write it down, make it plain. And then I believe on my previous lesson plan, I also state that you put it on a 3 by 5 card, and you have one side with ask and it shall be given to you, that information on one side, and then what it is that you want. Make it plain, whether or not it's a new car, go to the dealership, sit in the car, take a test drive, take some pictures, and have that information and visualize that. Those are things we need to do on a daily basis. So when we think about successful men in any calling, we should never stop accumulate specialized knowledge, okay? Never ever stop learning, always get better of getting our skills better. It's always areas for improvement. So as a network marketer, as a student, I tell myself I'm a world-class student because I'm forever learning, and we need to be in that mindset at all times. So ladies and gentlemen, This is Burdell Warrior with the Think and Grow Rich community. If my video was a benefit to you, can you please share it with your friends and team members? Okay, and with that, I should talk to you soon. Take care.